It seems like the future of home gym workouts might be here to stay for quite a while. And with that being said, this is something that we should all start focusing on, is whether you have the full setup that I have or whether you just have a band or a rowing machine in your house. Let's take a look at the 5 common mistakes that could be setting you back from making sure that you're getting the absolute most out of your home workouts, because after all, if you're gonna be here a while, let's get the most out of it. It's really easy to say that the way to home fitness is to have a big setup and clear out your garage and no more garage parking for cars, but that honestly is not the answer. You could stay very healthy with just all body weight things, from sit-ups, squats, and push-ups, and running. The range really varies, and what today's video is about is making sure that you're just avoiding the very common mistakes that can be made, especially if you've never done fitness at home. Listen, there's a reason that people pay gyms and trainers and coaches to help them out, and it's because you don't want to be the expert. You just want to stay fit and healthy. And so this is all about helping you just stay healthy and avoiding common pitfalls that come with working out at home. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Shane Farmer, and this is Dark Horse, where you build the life that you want to live, and we just happen to use fitness in this case to help you get there. Without further ado, let's get into the 5 mistakes that you want to try and avoid whenever it comes to your home fitness routine. Mistake number 1 is buying too much or the wrong type of equipment for what you want to do. It's very easy to get bought into, I need to buy X thing, right? This and that and this. And if you look at everything that I have here, it may seem like a lot of equipment. For me, this is just about perfect. I can get a lot done with what I have here, obviously. There are a lot of things that are doable with all of this equipment, from the kettlebells to dumbbells are over here, my rower, my bike erg. I have a full squat rack set up and barbells and plates, and while that may seem cumbersome to some, it may actually seem very light to others. And the whole point of that is that you need to start by imagining what is it that you actually want to do with the equipment. It's easy to get sold on a piece of equipment because it does something that's promised to you, like builds bigger glutes. You want to build a bigger, stronger butt, right? And so you buy a piece of equipment because it's told that you can build a butt with that one piece of equipment. But is that the only thing that that piece of equipment does? Because everything that I have brought into my gym is all about making sure that it can serve multiple purposes. Now, for example, the rower, that's a specific piece. The bike erg, that's a specific piece. But a barbell, I can press, I can pull, I can squat, I can deadlift with a barbell. There are a lot of things that I can do there with a kettlebell. I can do all of those things plus more, because now I can swing it, do Turkish get-ups, I can do weighted sit-ups. So the point is making sure that you choose a piece of equipment that actually makes sense and is well-rounded, as in it can do a lot of different things for you, and that way the money that you spend is wisely spent, not just spent on gimmicky products that do one specific thing, but instead one thing that can actually do a lot of things. As your equipment starts to build up, you end up having to accumulate less over time, and instead you just have a few select, very impactful pieces. The second mistake is not searching out the program, the plan, or the coach that are going to help you accomplish your goals. It's easy when you start working out at home to think, I can make up my own workouts, I'll just follow a YouTube video. Right, we have YouTube videos for you for that reason, but the whole point is that doesn't give you a plan. It doesn't create an actual future track for you to succeed at what you want to get better at. If you take the time to step back and do the research, I can almost guarantee that there is a coach, a program, or a plan out there that you can purchase that is going to keep you on a moving path. Let me tell you, from years of experience, writing programs is not an easy thing. Anybody can write a smash you in the face, knock down, drag out workout that looks terrible on paper, feels terrible in person, and leaves you just laying on the floor in a puddle of your own sweat. It takes a whole different person to be able to write an actual periodized plan that takes you from point A to point B in a set amount of time, that smartly gets you there with small marked improvements along the way, and make sure that you stay healthy, stay on track, and gives you, frankly, the number of workouts a week even that you want. There are a lot of online programs, and I've talked about this before, but there are periods where I want to work on bodybuilding. So I have a bodybuilding template that I purchased. I want to say it was $79. That'll last me forever. It's not monthly, it's just a one-time $79 purchase. And that program, it's a template in Excel. It's nothing fancy, but guess what? It tells me the workouts so that I get to show up, I get to know what I'm doing, and I know that if I follow this trajectory and I do the amount of workouts that I'm supposed to do, I'm going to improve, and I'm basing it off of somebody else's knowledge and experience who knows how to direct that kind of programming. So seek out the coach, the program, or the plan that does what you want to do, and find out how they can help you. Whether it's through online private coaching or pre-written plans, they can all be effective. But try not to go it alone if you don't have a background in that piece of fitness, because it's almost a recipe for disaster. You're going to get bored. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to show up into the gym, and I struggle for this. If I don't have a program that I'm following, I get wishy-washy in my own gym, and this is my career. So find somebody who can help you down that path, and you're going to be way more successful. The third mistake that many people make when they get home and start working on their fitness there is they forget about technique. And it's often because when we're paying a trainer or a coach or a gym, we think that we are paying them to take the burden of our technique into their hands. But the point is that it is on you to focus on technique. And when you choose to take a good remedial look at what it means to move well, that is how to squat with integrity, how to do push-ups with integrity. If you do that for yourself, you set yourself up for success in the long run, because then you can avoid injury. If you do get injured, you can start to understand why, and you can go seek out the help necessary to help you fix it, instead of ending up in these pain spirals where I hurt my knee when I was squatting, therefore I will never squat again because squats aren't good for me. That is not the answer. The answer is instead, start to understand how to move properly. If I happen to hurt my knee while squatting, let's understand what my body accidentally did during that squat to create the pain in my knee. Then I can go seek out somebody who can help me, and therefore I can go back to squatting again. That's where technique comes in. It helps to ensure that your body stays safe while you're having fun and doing those home workouts. But it's on you when you do come home to make sure that that technique is important. So don't make the mistake of imagining that you don't need to think about it and just showing up and doing your workout. Always keep technique in mind. The fourth mistake that many people make is forgetting about the fundamental movements that are just generally useful for our body. That would be squats, lunges, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, deadlifts. Those things make up a lot of different movements in our life. The ability to stand up in a squat or to be able to push yourself off the ground. Now in isolation, yeah, it's an exercise, sure, but used in practical everyday life, the push-up helps you to get off the ground if you fall. The squat helps you to pick up something heavy if you have to get down, get under it, and lift. If you have to actually pick up some heavy groceries off the ground, that's more of a deadlift. If you need to push something into a cabinet above you, that's a press. You can actually create a whole lot of fitness at home with no equipment by simply choosing these movements, which make up a lot of our everyday life and are just generally useful. And that's the thing to keep in mind. Don't forget about the basics. Often some of the best fundamental workouts you can do involve just using simple movements. And for example, whenever I'm on the road and traveling, generally the day that I get there, one of the first things that I do is a workout in my hotel room that has something to do with air squats and push-ups, maybe burpees if I'm feeling adventurous. And one of my favorite things to do every time I'm on a flight that's generally over 3 hours, what I'll do is at almost 3 hour mark, depending on how long I'm on the plane, I'll get up and I'll force myself to do at least 100 to 200 air squats back in the galley. Number one, I keep blood flowing in my legs and it helps me not start to feel like I'm getting cramped down and stuck inside of a metal tube for too long. Number two, I actually get to meet people, which is really great. I just end up talking to flight attendants or other people that get fitness and they see it, they're like, oh, yes, I know, you're one of my people. So the point is, understand those fundamental movements, use them and utilize them in your everyday life because there's a ton of value to them, and frankly, you don't need to buy or pay anything to do them. The fifth mistake that many people make is not warming up before they get into a workout. And again, when you take fitness home with you, it's now your responsibility to make sure that you are ticking off the important boxes. And the warm-up is one of those very important boxes. The body needs to be primed to move, to avoid injury, and as well to get the most out of every single workout. You don't want to be warming up the first 10 minutes of your workout in a 20-minute workout. That means that you only got about 50% effectiveness of that workout. Instead, take 3 concentrated minutes to move your body in ways that emulate what you're going to do that day. For example, if I'm going to be squatting, then I might be doing some leg swings, obviously not on a bike, but I might be doing some leg swings. I might be doing a little bit of intensity on the bike where I just gradually increase intensity for 1 minute. And then I'm gonna go into some air squats or some lunges or some lateral lunges, all in an attempt just to get the muscles firing that need to work that day. Doing that will set me up for success, or set you up for success in your workout, and make your body generally happier. That way you don't have some kind of surprise, oh, my body wasn't feeling good in that position, when you're under a heavy barbell or moving with heavy dumbbells or kettlebells in your hands. Listen, we're all doing our best right now, and if home fitness is a new thing to you, hopefully these tips are going to help you stay away from some of those common pitfalls that might just set you back, because at the end of the day, all I want for you is that you find home fitness that works for you, makes you happy, and you just can continue to do. There's nothing worse than starting something, feeling like you don't have the resources to continue, and then falling off because it just doesn't work for you. The best fitness is the fitness that you choose to do and continue to do. At the end of the day, rowing or bodyweight workouts or weightlifting or triathlons, or none of them are better than another. What matters is that you find something that calls to you and gets you moving and sweating, making your body work as a machine the way it was intended to. The way to make your body healthier, the way to make your body feel better, is to continue moving and finding new ways of exploring ranges of motion and movement so that the body can stay fluid and do what it wants to do. If staying fit at home is important to you and you're trying to make that good progressive change for your own life, hit that subscribe button so you get alerted when we come out with new videos. And if you're looking to get a little bit of a start and maybe you have a rowing machine at home, you want to check out this discovery playlist as ways to figure out if rowing might be the right solution for you.